Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Hello and welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day on Comcast Channel 15 and on AT&T Channel 99. In addition, you can always find us on our website on civiccentertv.com, as well as on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15 and on YouTube at Civic Center TV. In addition, you can take us with you on the radio, safely listening to our programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, simulcast on 89.3 Lakes FM. More information on all of our programs can be found on our website on civiccentertv.com. And all those air times are the same air times you'll see on the big 89 as well, each and every day. Diane, we were expecting snow to be going away yesterday as the new week rang in, but we got some surprises later on in the afternoon. Not expected throughout much of the rest of this week, but the colder conditions will persist throughout the rest of these next few days.
That is true, Tyler. We do have a beautiful sunny morning today, but it is still very cold with high temperatures of 28 degrees and lows of 18 degrees for today. We're going to have a mostly cloudy evening and a partly cloudy afternoon for today, Sunday. And as we go into Wednesday, temperatures will slightly increase to 35 of highs and lows of 28 degrees with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, and similar cloud conditions for Thursday, with temperatures increasing a little bit to highs of 46 degrees and lows of 30 degrees for Thursday.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit on the cooler side the next couple of days, but that warm-up comes toward the middle of the week before we get into later in the week, and that rain and that snow starts to come back into the mix as we head toward Friday and through the weekend into next week. Plenty making headlines across the Greater West Bloomfield area on this Tuesday. Gretchko's kindergartners are well on their way to 100 books read this year already as they start their school experience, getting well ahead of the reading. Dayan Chaaban will have information on that in just a little bit. The West Bloomfield Township Clerk's Office is partnering with Oakland County's Clerk's Office for a special informational session on the 2024 election cycle that's happening tonight. We'll tell you what you can expect at that event in just a little bit. As we recognize Giving Tuesday, some opportunities to give back to people right here in our community and support our kids with the West Bloomfield Education Foundation. We'll tell you about how you can donate to them and where those funds will go to in supporting our kids each and every day. On the football field, more accomplishments for West Bloomfield Lakers as a couple of athletes were honored with all-state honors earlier on this week. On the defensive side of the football, we'll tell you about those players and those honors in just a little bit. Spirit of Grace Church received a very generous donation over the holiday weekend from students at Roosevelt Elementary School. We'll tell you what they've received and how that's going to help people all across our community coming up on today's program. We mentioned earlier on this week some job openings available right next door to us at West Bloomfield Parks. Megan Tahako from West Bloomfield Parks will join us on the program today to talk about those job openings and opportunities for you to serve your community in a really fun work environment as well. As we talk about the holiday giving season, West Bloomfield's Fire Department is currently accepting toy donations as part of their participation in the U.S. Marine Corps' Toys for Tots, and Oakland County Sheriff's Office is accepting donations of winter necessities through much of this week as they wrap up that donation drive, collecting those essentials for people in need of some warmth this holiday season and throughout the winter. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce also preparing for the holiday giving season. Their upcoming Not So White Elephant Party just a little over a week away, and we'll tell you all about that party coming up in just a little bit from our friends at the Chamber. Plus, Oakland County's Farmers Market is hosting a festive holiday shopping extravaganza. We'll give you the details on all of that, plus more news, stories, events, and information you need to know from right here in the Greater West Bloomfield area and all throughout Oakland County. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up next. Stay with us. The Splash Live will return after this short break.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on civiccentertv.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at civiccentertv.com and click schedule at the top of the screen.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy, and if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action. Will you?
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. This is Civic TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. The West Bloomfield School District recognized a Gretchko Elementary student named Nicholas Theory in Mrs. Ross' class because he read well over 80 books and is even working on his 100 more book posters. So Nicholas has been checking out all these books from the West Bloomfield Public Township Library and is reading these books with his family. So a great way to read all these books and to check out all these books from these posters is to check out the West Bloomfield Public Township Library. And we must mention that every single West Bloomfield student is eligible to get the West Bloomfield Public Township Library card at either their branch locations, Tyler. And this card provides a lot of not only books, it also provides movies and a lot of stuff, Tyler. We've talked about this previously on the show and how they can acquire it.
Yeah, with these library cards being available to all students across the district, whether they're living in the 4 communities proper or their school of choice and living nearby. These resources are available on multiple levels. It's a great place that they can go after school, a short distance from most of the schools on this particular side of the school district. And for those on the western side of the school district, they also have the West Acres branch. Get access to those books, access to the web, a nice quiet environment to go study at. And you know, it's great to see Nicholas starting early in his reading. We know how much that has an impact on our kids' learning across their school career. And him already reading 80 books, that's way more than I've read in 2023. So he's way ahead of me. I got some catching up to do and not a lot of time to do it. And so he's definitely going to reach those 100 books by the time the school year is done. It's a huge accomplishment for him, and hopefully he and his family are very proud, getting off to a very strong start as a kindergarten student in the West Bloomfield School District. More information on that story can be found on the West Bloomfield School District's Facebook page, facebook.com/WB Schools. In West Bloomfield Township, the clerk's office is partnering with the Oakland County Clerk's office for a special informational session tonight at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library as we get ready for a very tumultuous 2024 election cycle. The primary election's coming up in just a couple of months, and then the general election just a little bit under a year away, where we'll vote for the next president of the United States. There's a lot to know about during this election season, with new regulations already in place from previous elections, such as early voting and in-person voting on the day of, no last minute registration, no reason absentee ballots. There's so much you need to know about how you can go about voting, how you can register, when and where you can vote in our communities, and they're going to get your questions answered at tonight's informational session. That is beginning at 5:30 p.m. It's going to last until about 6:30 at the main library on Walnut Lake Road in West Bloomfield Township. So bring your questions, bring any information you may be confused about or want clarification about. And you can ask that both to the Oakland County Clerk, Lisa Brown, as well as to West Bloomfield Township Clerk, Debbie Binder. All that being said, you'll learn about all types of voting and even learning about critical positions such as election workers that play a big role in free and fair elections and expedient results on the night of those elections in our local area and beyond. You don't have to RSVP in order to attend this event. However, they are encouraging that so they can have some idea of a head count in case they need extra seating or need to move that lecture to an informational session to another spot in that library. If you would like to RSVP or you have more questions, 248-451-4848 to call the West Bloomfield Township Clerk's office. And Diane, this is a great opportunity for people that may have some skepticism about elections, about the new ways that people are able to vote or have been able to vote in the last few years. Get those questions answered and get an inside look at how elections are conducted in Oakland County and right here in West Bloomfield.
That is true, Tyler. It is very important that we know who we're electing, what are we electing for, and to just know everything all about it, because it does make a difference in our community. And it is definitely a great initiative by the West Bloomfield Township Clerk's Office and the Oakland County to get together and inform us about this. So again, as you mentioned, Tyler, bring all your questions, know what you want to vote for, and ask all the questions that you need to ask, because this is important. It is life-changing. It's going to change your life for the next few years. So make sure you make the right choice, and you cannot make the right choice without getting all this information. So they are providing you with this wonderful opportunity. I urge everybody to attend and ask away.
Again, that is 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. tonight at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. And at the very least, it's understanding the options that are available to you. If you're like me, maybe you like to go to the polls and early voting or absentee voting or last-minute registration to voting isn't really going to affect you. But at the very least, you'll have that information, and you'll be able to spread that information and that knowledge to others that may be confused or may not understand all the different avenues that are available as we go into a very important election season. We're also in the giving season, Diane, and an opportunity for people to give back on this Giving Tuesday and help students out right here in the greater West Bloomfield area.
That is true, Tyler. So in the light of Giving Tuesday, what the West Bloomfield District highlighted the importance of their collaborations with one of West Bloomfield's educational foundation. The West Bloomfield Educational Foundation collaborates with generous people in our community to fund and help students throughout our district, and they have definitely made a lot of impact on the West Bloomfield students throughout the past years. And you can check out more on their posts or on their website at wef.org. Tyler, there are multiple opportunities for people who want to help or who want to fund, sponsor, or attend or donate even to the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation. They can attend the annual casino night event, which happens yearly, and it's happening on 2nd of February 2024. You can either sponsor this exciting event, be one of these sponsors, or actually just attend and support their mission. Other ways is you can donate online at wbef.org. It is a secure donation, or opt for a mail-in donation to their address 5810 Commerce Road, West Bloomfield, Michigan 48324. Again, it's 5810 Commerce Road, West Bloomfield, Michigan 48324. And you can also find more information on their website. Again, it's wbef.org, or call them if you want to make an impact on the West Bloomfield educational level, and it's 248-865-6467. Again, 248-865-6467. Tyler, what a great way to give back to our community member. It's one of the foundations in our community that gives back to our students.
Yeah, they do great work, and their work really is important to supplementing the funding that comes into our school district from the state and from local taxes every single year. They support additional training for faculty members. Many of the fun programs in and out and about in our community, including Family Fun Night, are in part supported by the West Bloomfield Education Foundation. They go to great lengths to help our kids right here in our school district, all across the school district. Their programs enhance learning. They facilitate cooperation, which is always important in our school district buildings. And so you can make a donation and learn even more information about their programs and other ways you can support them, whether it's a donation this time of the year or you simply attend an event like their casino night, which is a lot of fun and also goes a long way to help them every single year. Again, that's happening Friday, February 2nd from 7 to 11 p.m. And more information can be found on WBEF.org. Kids also making big accomplishments on the athletic field and court in the fall, including our West Bloomfield Lakers football team. Of course, had a prolific season, making it all the way to the state semifinals, and it came down to the final 2 seconds for the eventual state champions in Southfield A&T to ultimately defeat the Lakers just a couple weeks ago at Troy High School. Now the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association releasing their all-state teams for Division I and other divisions across the board. And West Bloomfield had a couple of their athletes make the all-state first team on the defensive side of the ball. That includes the man you're seeing on your screen. The young man on your screen is Brandon Davis Swain. Ultimately, arguably, in my case, in my opinion, inarguably, the greatest defensive lineman we've ever seen play at West Bloomfield High School. And that's saying something, considering we've got a West Bloomfield alum playing for the New England Patriots and doing great work in the NFL right now. Brandon Davis Swain, heading to Colorado next fall, had a fantastic season at WB. 91 tackles, 19 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. And that only is a small fraction of his career accomplishments, including 50 quarterback sacks, which is the most sacks in a career for any player in the history of Division I in the MHSAA. He's heading to play for Deion Sanders at Colorado next fall and has a very bright future ahead. He also had 8 touchdowns on the offensive side, made a big impact on the Lakers, but his accomplishments being recognized at the all-state level for defense this season. Also recognized was Jameer Benjamin, one of the Lakers cornerbacks that helped to shut down a lot of very high-powered passing offenses throughout the regular season and especially in the playoffs as they got closer and closer to that state championship game. Jameer, having been on the Lakers varsity team for several years, he's heading to UCLA next fall as they begin their Big Ten campaign. So he'll still be close to home, playing a lot of football games against the University of Michigan and Michigan State and others in the Midwest for years to come. Here he is with a rose in his mouth after one of the recent playoff games, hoping to see a lot more of that at UCLA and hopefully some Rose Bowl appearances for him in the very near future. Nonetheless, Diane, these athletes being recognized for their immense accomplishments this football season in Division I, the all-state first team announced earlier on this weekend. Even better, being recognized by coaches who have seen them and other players in the trenches every single week all throughout the football season truly shows just how great they've had of a season and a career at West Bloomfield.
Of course, Tyler. So congratulations to all our West Bloomfield athletes. They have shown severe perseverance, whether it's in class or on the field. So we congratulate them, and we are very, very proud of them. We are very proud to see them going places, and we will be very happy to see them being famous and probably maybe the next Tom Brady, Tyler, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, in these cases, we're going to see some great defensive players going forward who are going to be making us very proud at the collegiate level, just as our elementary school kids are making us very proud at the local level during this giving season. Some very generous donations being made by one of our elementary schools to a local church in their efforts to provide food and necessities to people in need in our communities.
That is true, Tyler. So the Spirit of Grace Church received 21 large boxes of donations from the Roosevelt school. So they had this food drive earlier, and they were able to gather 21 large boxes of necessities such as toothpaste, toilet papers, and more. And all these boxes are going to the blessing box at the Spirit of Grace Church and to their diabetic food pantry to help local people here in our area. And people can check out more about the blessing box and the diabetic food pantry and everything that the Spirit of Grace Church does at their little Facebook page at Spirit of Grace. So it's facebook.com/Spirit of Grace. It's a great way to get these students involved and show them that we do care and we should give and we should work harder to make sure that all our community members are receiving all their necessities, whether it's in this holiday season or outside of this holiday season, Tyler.
Yeah, and showing the generosity being fostered from an early age as Roosevelt students put together a significant amount of non-perishable food items and necessities like toothpaste and toilet paper, things that we often take for granted, and supporting those that are in need in our community, much as Spirit of Grace Church has been doing with their diabetic food pantry and their blessing box, providing these necessities and this food. The people in our community that are in need, whether it's the greater West Bloomfield area or outside surrounding areas that come in, they can all get access to these resources just outside of Spirit of Grace Church and on select days as well inside the church. The fall food drives really providing a big help as we head into the winter season. People are going to be in need of food for the holidays and beyond. It's a tough time of the year, and these sorts of generous donations really do go a whole long way. And so as we recognize Giving Tuesday, it's good to recognize too those in our younger age brackets that are also making an impact in our community. Dayan, those students at Roosevelt Elementary School certainly not the exception to the rule there. They are setting a great example for our community going forward. And of course, it's good to know these resources are available as well if you're in need this holiday season. Spiritofgrace.church again is their website, and you can also learn more information about the blessing box and the diabetic food pantry at Spirit of Grace Church by visiting facebook.com/Spirit of Grace. Again, facebook.com/Spirit of Grace. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up next.
Right back with the Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for also joining us each and every day on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15 and on YouTube at Civic Center TV. Find more information on all of our social media and follow along with us each and every day on civiccentertv.com. It's also a great place to go to find when all of your favorite original programming is airing on our channel each and every day. CivicCenterTV.com for more information. As we continue on with our giving theme on this Giving Tuesday in Greater West Bloomfield and across the country, the West Bloomfield Fire Department for the 10th year participating in the Marine Corps' Toys for Tots toy drive this holiday season. There are 3 drop-off locations already up and ready in the Greater West Bloomfield area. They're all in West Bloomfield Township at Fire Station number 1, Fire Station number 5, and at West Bloomfield Town Hall. Fire Station number 1, of course, is the fire station that's directly next to the West Bloomfield High School. It is just north of West Bloomfield High School on Orchard Lake Road. There's a drop-off location there. Fire Station number 5 is on West Maple Road near the Maple and Middle Belt intersection in West Bloomfield Township. And of course, West Bloomfield Town Hall just next door to us at the Town Hall complex. You drive to the back of that complex, you'll see Town Hall, and there will be a drop-off location inside the building. So, according to Toys for Tots' website, here's what they're looking for. Any toys that are accepted for children up to 16 years old. It is preferred that they are new or very gently used, and if you're donating these toys, Diane, it's best that you don't wrap them beforehand so that as those donations are collected and are processed by Toys for Tots, they can make sure that they are safe and secure and ready to be gifted out to families and individual kids all throughout the country, especially here in our local area. They're going to check all those. They'll do the gift wrapping and the distribution themselves. But a great way to give back this holiday season and give a gift to people in need and those kids that may otherwise not receive any gifts this holiday season.
Tyler, as you said, sometimes we take these things for granted, and we should know that a lot of families are going through some very severe financial hardships, and they are probably saving their money for necessities such as their food, or probably, as we said earlier, toilet paper and some home necessities, and they cannot afford to get the toys. But we do have this wonderful opportunity to make kids of these families feel like it is truly the holiday season, even though you are going through this even if your family is going through this financial hardship, it is the holiday season and you should celebrate it. So it's a great way to give to children in our community. And honestly, Tyler, this is the best thing that we can do this holiday season. So if you're out there doing some Christmas shopping, if you're out there on this, there's a lot of sales going on. So if just grab an extra toy if you can and donate that toy to these wonderful families that are in need, to these kids that are in need, to feel that it is truly the holiday season.
And again, those drop-off locations in the Greater West Bloomfield area. Fire Station number 1 just north of West Bloomfield High School. Fire Station number 5 on Maple Road near the corner of Maple and Middle Belt. And then finally, West Bloomfield Town Hall. All those locations are accepting donations as we speak. In addition to toy donations this holiday season, an opportunity also to give people in need some warmth that is going to be desperately needed as we go forward. We've already seen some snowy weather and some extreme cold in the Greater West Bloomfield area just over the Thanksgiving weekend and as we began this week in our community. So now through November 30th, got until Thursday of this week, you can drop off donations in the 36th annual Coats for the Cold donation drive from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. They have drop-off locations all throughout Oakland County that are listed on their website and on their social media, oakgov.com/sheriff. Some of the nearby areas that you can go to near the Greater West Bloomfield area to drop off these necessities, coats, hats, gloves, even socks are really important this time of the year. Sweaters can also be helpful. Blankets can also be helpful. There are no proper drop-off locations in the 4 communities that we primarily cover, but just next door to us in Bloomfield Hills, there's a drop-off location both at Brother Rice and Marion High Schools. In Commerce, Genesis Credit Union is one of the dedicated drop-off locations, as is the Oakland County Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center in Pontiac, International Academy in White Lake, and the village office of the Village of Wolverine Lake. All of this information can be found again on the Oakland County Sheriff's Office website at oakgov.com/sheriff. This drive runs now through November 30th, so still a couple more days to get those donations in, Diane, as we're approaching the colder months of the year, really kicking into high gear and becoming consistent. And this is the time of the year that people that don't have those hats, those gloves, those socks, even warm blankets, you think about our homeless community that may be sleeping in their car or, God forbid, outdoors. These necessities can go a very long way to helping these people survive and keeping them alive.
That is true, Tyler. It is very sad to think about people that cannot afford these basic necessities to keep them warm throughout the winter season. But thankfully, we do have a very generous community right here and in the four communities. So if you are out there, if you are listening to this, make sure that you do get the coats in or the socks or anything that keeps these people warm throughout the winter season. There's several locations, as Tyler mentioned, throughout the Oakland County area, and there's probably one right door next to you, so make sure you get those in and keep somebody warm this winter.
Oakgov.com/sheriff is the place to go for even more information on this drive and more going on in Oakland County from our Oakland County Sheriff's Office. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, job opportunities in our local community, how you can start some new work and have a lot of fun and impact the community right here in the greater West Bloomfield area. Stay with us. The Splash Live continues after this short break.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on CivicCenterTV.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at CivicCenterTV.com and click Schedule at the top of the screen.
Ronnie started doing prescription pills at the age of 15, and by 19 he died. If your child is struggling with drug use, try not to be too proud to reach out for help. Don't be worried about what the neighbor will think or your family. Just get your child the help they need. Sometimes it's the hard road to take, but the hard road is nothing compared to living with the fact that your child is no longer with you.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. Some great opportunities to shift gears in your career and join an exciting team and an award-winning team right here in the greater West Bloomfield area. West Bloomfield Parks currently seeking full-time opportunities for 3 different positions, and joining us now to talk about those job openings is the HR manager for West Bloomfield Parks, Ashley Forton, on the Splash Live. Ashley, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you on. It's a rare opportunity for people to join the West Bloomfield Parks team. And I say it's a rare opportunity because so many people, they join that team and they stay there for a long time because of the welcoming and friendly work environment that's there and the appreciation that the community has for our local parks. So first off, tell us about these job openings that are available and what West Bloomfield Parks is looking for at this time.
Yes, what you said is very true. We do have a lot of employees who stick around for a long time. I've been here for 7 months, and this is the first time we've had a full-time position open up. So, like you said, we have 3 full-time positions that are open. We have a finance associate, park operations 1, and then we have a recreation programmer that we're looking to bring on board to handle some of our bigger special events.
And these are all really important positions to West Bloomfield Parks because a lot goes on behind the scenes to make all those different events, all these different facilities that have a really big impact in the community function properly each and every day. You think about those parks operation and recreation programmer positions. Those really are those frontline positions that go into making those events and those different facilities like Drake Sports Park and Marshbank Park and all these other areas that people frequent. You think about the Connect Center as well, keeping those functional each and every day. Let's begin with the parks operation position. What can people expect if they're looking for a new gig and they're considering applying for that job?
Yeah, so our park operations team is based out of Marshland Park. They travel to the different parks. They do the general maintenance of all the park grounds, the athletic fields, and keep the trails clean and clear for all of our walkers and bikers out there. They work with a team of probably 10 different staff members. And, they work together on a lot of things. We're getting ready to get the snow plows out there. And so there's just a lot of different opportunities and different things that they would be doing with that team over there.
And so what sort of experience is being sought after by West Bloomfield Parks for someone to work in that operations position?
So for our park ops, we didn't ask for a ton of experience. It's good if you've worked at like a golf course or maybe another park or for another township before. But really you can be trained on everything that our park operations do. So if we get the right fit, we're willing to train them. And, they have their annual training and quarterly training and things too that everybody goes through. So not too much experience. So if you've worked outdoors and really enjoy it, then I would suggest applying.
There's also a finance associate position that is available. Tell us about that and what that day-to-day will look like for someone that may be hired into that position.
Yeah, so we have someone full-time in kind of that same role right now, and they're actually retiring. So that's why we're looking to hire. And we're just kind of taking more things off our finance manager's plate, and of course adding a few things. But we really do need somebody that's full-time to help with accounts payable, cash handling, deposits. We're trying to do some cost recovery reporting. And this is going to be a very important position behind the scenes. So they'll be working out of our recreation center at 4640 Walnut Lake Road. And they'll be trained by the finance manager. So they have a whole team here of support. And for this position, we are looking for a few years of experience and a bachelor's degree, preferably with an accounting background.
Ashley Forton is joining us on the Splash Live today, the HR manager for West Bloomfield Parks. 3 available full-time positions currently open for applications. You can find more information on wbparks.org/employment or by visiting their Facebook page, facebook.com/wbparks for even more information. Those jobs currently open with applications available. And then, Ashley, the one position we haven't talked about yet is the recreation programmer position. You have several of those on your team. They do amazing work to put together a lot of these events. What are you looking for in someone to take on that position? Because you got to have kind of a little bit of knowledge in several different areas to program these events.
Yeah, we really look for somebody that's had experience programming before. So work with another township. If they have an elementary background working with kids, that's something we also look for, because they will be doing small to large scale special events and contracted services and making sure that the coordination of all that is set up. So it is a lot. We also need someone that's energetic, ready to step in and willing to be a team player.
And for all these positions, you're kind of looking for that similar sort of attitude and disposition or temperament from your employees. And in terms of the team environment at West Bloomfield Parks, for those that may be interested in finding some new work or joining a different team, maybe even shifting gears in their career, why is West Bloomfield Parks a great environment to work in?
Well, I think it's great. I've been here for 7 months. It's a good work-life balance. The team is amazing. It's like a family here. We have a lot of fun together. I spend half of the day probably laughing. And so if you want to be happy and love going to work every day, it's definitely somewhere to apply.
Ashley Forton joining us on the Splash Live, the HR manager with West Bloomfield Parks. You can apply for these positions, park operations, recreation programmer, and finance associate by visiting their website at wbparks.org or learn more information on their Facebook page, facebook.com/wbparks. And today, especially with the way that the economy is and the state of the healthcare system, Ashley, it's really important also not just to have a well-paying position or a great work environment, but also those benefits and the health care that is available. And West Bloomfield Parks definitely offering some great benefit packages as well coming along with these jobs.
Yes, definitely. There's a full benefit package for our full-time positions, and it's been great since I've been here. I haven't run into any problems with the benefits that we offer. And like I did say, it's a good work-life balance and, flexible in the schedule. So that's also another benefit.
And you mentioned, too, the training that goes into this, too. It's not necessarily people that have had a ton of experience working in another parks department or for another municipality, although you have mentioned that that is very helpful and is a great experience to have if you're applying for these jobs. But the training opportunities and the professional development opportunities that are available, not just in Greater West Bloomfield, but across the state, are quite amounting with West Bloomfield Parks.
Yeah, I mean, I come from just the construction industry, and so this was totally different for me. So we're welcome and opening to everybody that wants to join us. You don't need township experience, but we do offer a lot of on-hands training. You'll work with our different team members and kind of shadow different positions to see what goes into that. And then one thing we are focusing on starting in 2024 is our professional development program. So making sure that everybody gets to participate in that, and if they have ideas and they see different things that they want to go to, we welcome them to share those ideas, and we're going to do the best that we can to make sure that everyone gets a fair share of the budget to be able to enhance their skills.
And actually, I don't think it's a secret nowadays, especially with the younger generations, that when you go to work, you want to feel like the work you're doing is having an impact and that you are appreciated, not just in that work environment, but by those that your work ultimately impacts. And in the Greater West Bloomfield area, West Bloomfield Parks, one of the most highly approved organizations, arguably the most in the Greater West Bloomfield area. Does that add a certain sense of accomplishment beyond what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, being part of this team, knowing how important it is to this township and the surrounding areas?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're our first priority, and we want them to have the best events possible. So we do spend a lot of time taking into consideration their feedback. We also do surveys for most of our events. So each year and each event, we're learning something different that we can improve on, and just making sure that they have smiles on their faces is what I think most of our employees believe is the most important thing here.
More information can be found on these job openings at wbparks.org/employment. Joining us is the HR manager of West Bloomfield Parks, Ashley Forton, on the Splash Live. Ashley, a couple more minutes left. What's the application process like? What can people expect as they apply and hopefully get those interviews and maybe even one of these positions hired?
Yeah, so we do encourage people to apply through our website at wbparks.org/employment. All of our positions are listed there with the full job description, and you can apply right online. We also post to Indeed and Handshake, LinkedIn, and try to reach everybody on all the social media platforms. But as long as you get an application in, it'll come right to my inbox. And then we do have deadlines for some of our positions. One is closing. The recreation programmer is closing this Friday. The finance associate is closing next week. And then something that we've just done is we've tried to add when the interview dates are going to be in the job postings. So we don't like to have too much of a gap, so they usually follow the week after the closing. And then, we do the normal interview process and go from there.
More information can be found on these job opportunities and other opportunities with West Bloomfield Parks now and in the future at wbparks.org/employment. Ashley, before we let you go, anything else that we haven't discussed that would be important for people to know about the application process or about these jobs?
I mean, we encourage everybody to apply. We're always looking to see different resumes and see who's out there and get the best people for our team. We also, in addition to our full-time positions, often have part-time positions available. So if you're looking for just something part-time on the side, check out our website, and we're always posting there.
Well, Ashley, we appreciate your time and for joining us to talk about these open positions. 3 full-time positions available, plenty of other work available, and in a great environment right next door to us at West Bloomfield Parks. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You as well. wbparks.org/employment is the place to go to learn more information on these 3 job opportunities, these full-time employment opportunities, and others with West Bloomfield Parks. You can also find them on social media at wbparks.org, and as Ashley said, on Indeed, on Handshake, and on LinkedIn and other social media for professionals as well for more opportunities now and into the future. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up next.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
have a gambling problem, you have a money problem. Don't let your gambling cause you financial hardship. If you or someone you love is struggling with gambling, we can help. Get free confidential counseling and win your life back. Learn more at michigan.gov/problemgambling.
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day on civiccentertv.com, on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15, and on YouTube at Civic Center TV. If you follow along with our Facebook page and give us a like, you'll get updates on your feed each and every day. And on YouTube, if you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon on our YouTube page, you can subscribe to our programming for free and get notifications whenever we go live or post new videos on our YouTube page at Civic Center TV, or search Greater West Bloomfield Civic Center TV on YouTube. A really fun holiday event coming up and that will support a good cause in our local community with our friends at the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. Their 8th annual Not So White Elephant Holiday Party is coming up on December 13th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Aurora Italiana on Orchard Lake Road in West Bloomfield Township. That's going to be a 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock event. You could register right now on by sending an email to wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com or visiting them at westbloomfieldchamber.com. Members must bring a new or re-gifted wrapped item that's worth at least $20, and non-members should bring $50 cash in order to attend and participate in the festivities. The proceeds from this event will go to support the Gary Bernstein Community Health Clinic, which provides healthcare services, including dental services, to people that are underinsured or are uninsured in our community and in surrounding areas. You can find more information on this organization that the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce will be supporting this holiday season by visiting GaryBernsteinClinic.org or visiting westbloomfieldchamber.com for the flyer, which will have that information as you're seeing on your screen on civiccentertv.com. There will be raffles, there will be silent auctions, and more for these wrapped gifts, and those proceeds from those raffles and auctions and such will ultimately go to support this nonprofit in our community, Dayan, as the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce continues to support our business community all throughout the year and support those giving back all throughout the year, every single month, and not just the holiday season through events like this.
That is true, Tyler. We have been following the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce events, and it's all about giving and highlighting all those wonderful local businesses that we have in the area. And also today, in this particular event, it's about giving back to community members. It's a great way to enjoy this party, to enjoy local community members, to know more about our local businesses, and also, Tyler, to donate and give back to the Gary Bernstein Health Center. So a great event, again, a great initiative by the Greater West Bloomfield's Chamber of Commerce as usual.
Yeah, you can find more information on the Not So White Elephant Holiday Party happening on December 13th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Aurora Italiana by visiting westbloomfieldchamber.com or call Suzanne Levine and the team at the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber at 248-626-3636. Again, that is 248-626-3636. Oakland County also getting into the holiday season with a very fun shopping extravaganza coming up later on this week at the Farmers Market. Dayan Chaaban, tell us more about that.
Yeah, that is true, Tyler. The Oakland County Farmers Market is inviting people to shop locally for all their holiday decorations, artisan crafts, and special food items this Wednesday, November 28th, from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. So it's happening tomorrow again from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. There's going to be several activities apart from all these wonderful foods and crafts and unique holiday gifts that you can get to your family. There's going to be several activities from live reindeer shows and elves to wagon rides, holiday music, and of course s'mores to everybody attending this festive event. There will also everybody attend, all the attendees as well, excuse me, all the attendees will also have the opportunity to enter a drawing for a gift basket with all these, the market goodies, several market goodies, excuse me, not all, several market goodies, of course. It will not fit, Tyler, in all this basket. But a lot of wonderful stuff happening at the Oakland County Farmers Market, and it's a great way to shop locally and to shop these special gifts for your loved ones instead of shopping some random gifts from these big stores. So again, Tyler, this is a wonderful initiative by Oakland County to shop local, to show what these local businesses have to offer, whether it's food or crafts or wonderful gifts throughout Oakland County.
Yeah, at the very least, you can get some of those decorations for your home if you've yet to decorate for the holiday season, and support locally in the process by going to the Oakland County Farmers Market to enjoy this event. And again, oakgov.com, another great resource for more information on the Oakland County Farmers Market, or give them a call at 248-858-5495. We'll take a break on The Splash Live. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up next, including some more stories from right here in Oakland County and opportunities to give back and to be aware of your surroundings as you're giving back this holiday season and as you're purchasing online and in person for your friends, your family, and others. Stay with us. The Splash Live continues after this.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Take a break and tune in to The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM, Greater West Bloomfield's community media. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us. As we are in the thick of the holiday shopping season, Cyber Monday and Black Friday in our rearview mirror, and the rest of the holiday season going forward, many will take their shopping online, and Oakland County providing some online shopping advice to make sure you're doing so securely and safely and avoiding many of these online scams that are ongoing and will be popping up this holiday season and beyond. They have a full list of advice that they've posted in one of their recent blog posts on their website, and some of the advice that they're providing is one, using secure websites, those that in the URL will begin with HTTPS. That S on the end indicates that there is a secure website. You may also see a padlock symbol to either side of the URL browser window in the URL window in your browser. That would also indicate that a website is secure or unsecure. If you use a secure website, they have some systems in place to protect your personal data and any information that you do enter, although it's not necessarily ironclad or an end-all be-all in protecting your information. It does go a long way. Always have strong and varied and unique passwords. If you're using your birthday or your pet's names, your kids' names, or something like that, that's very common and very easy for someone to figure out. Those passwords are easy to break. They can get into your account and get your information. Two-factor authorization also helps with that, especially if you have a weaker password. That means when you enter your password into maybe your Amazon account or your other local shopping accounts, if you're shopping online with one of our local businesses this holiday season, when you put your password in, it doesn't just let you into your account. It sends you an email or it sends you a text message, and you have to put in another line of notification in order to confirm that that is you signing into that account. Helps to keep your information secure. Use a secure network, one that has a password, whether it's the Wi-Fi or the a hardline internet in your home, or one at maybe a coffee shop or somewhere else or a business that has a specific password that you have to obtain from them in order to access the internet. Some coffee shops or fast food restaurants, even public libraries in some cases, may not have a secure internet connection. They may have a guest internet network that you just simply click on and connect to. If anybody can connect to those, anybody can find more information on you and your accounts in those as well. And Dayan, so much more available on oakgov.com on the Oakland County blog. You can also find them on Facebook for that direct link at oakgov on Facebook. And great advice from Oakland County as people are holiday shopping online and doing other shopping and commerce online. And keeping that information secure is really important.
That is true, Tyler. There is a lot of scams going on, especially online now that we put all our information online. So we got to be vigilant. This is what they always advise us. Just be vigilant. Make sure that you know where you're shopping from, what the website is, and does it truly make sense? This is something you should ask yourself. Does it make sense, for example, to buy a very nice brand for like a very cheap amount of money? That it does. If it doesn't make sense, then it's not true. It's most likely a scam. We must also notify people that you can sign up for the Oakgov newsletter to see how those scams are happening, or to see how you can help yourself, or how you can report to any problem if you are facing any problem with online shopping. So make sure you do visit oakgov.com for more information on how you can report, or if you just want to look at some resources to avoid scamming this holiday season and throughout the year. And Tyler, we must say we've been talking a lot about local shopping. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. Get yourself out there in this holiday season. Don't buy all your stuff online. Make sure you support our local businesses. It is safer too. So.
Yeah, the most effective way to avoid having your information stolen online is to not shop online and shop in person. With local businesses that will know you and will know your family and support the local community. A great way to go about that. But if you can't avoid it and you are online, you encounter something that either seems like a scam, or unfortunately you or someone you know has been scammed, there are resources available to report that and to learn about some trends that are ongoing so you can avoid those scams, including a recently released consumer protection website from the Michigan Attorney General's Office. Dana Nessel releasing this website earlier on this month. Michigan.gov/consumer protection helps Michigan residents from common consumer scams, giving them information on holiday shopping and more this season, so that you have information on what to avoid in holiday shopping, and a means to report any scams to the state of Michigan, to the Attorney General's office, so that as they receive these complaints, they can investigate them, and if they're able to track down how these scams are being operated, they can prosecute those individuals in the state of Michigan. So already great resources on that website. Again, michigan.gov/consumer protection, including resources on filing a complaint, whether it's with the Attorney General's office or with the Federal Trade Commission or others. Consumer alerts, what to watch out for in terms of how these scam artists are operating or what they're doing online, what you can look out for on social media. Charity scams, also big this time of year as people are showing their generosity and want to give back to organizations helping people in the community. Others taking advantage of that. So a lot of information is available to you online, michigan.gov/consumer protection, facebook.com/oakgov for that lengthy article they have on protecting your personal information online. And another great resource is bbb.org. That's the Better Business Bureau's website. For more information, you can navigate to their Michigan page for more localized information to our state, but that general information always very helpful. Plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up all throughout the week. Stay with us. The Splash Live will continue very soon.